Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, just a quick update here. Bitcoin only showed us a bit of a rally here towards the end of the daily candle, but only a three-wave rally. So again, I just have to say again, we are focusing here generally on higher. We want to see a fifth wave into the region around 38,200 to 43K. That's sort of the target range. We always show that on the daily time frame chart that I don't show in every video, but that's sort of the key target area that we'd like the price to get to. I mentioned before, it could be that this chart is moving from an ABC into a WXY structure. That just means that the Y wave down will be an ABC structure. I did have an ending diagonal here before as idea, both valid assumptions, but this is now moved up a little bit too high for anything else. But it's corrective. So this is either the B wave, in my opinion, of this Y wave, and we go down a little lower. Doesn't really change our targets, but we'll take a look at that in a minute. Or we're already in the wave 5, but if we are in the wave 5, then the wave 5 would unfold as a diagonal structure. So this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even though that would be a little bit too short. So yeah, I don't really like the idea. Again, it could be that this wave 1 is still unfolding and there's an ABC in wave 1, but that's all just low probability stuff. To really confirm that we are breaking out, we need to see a break above the X wave high, basically at 36K. So we won't know the breakout is occurring until the breakout occurs, really. All I can highlight is that we are focusing on higher. The lower we go into the support area, which is highlighted here, the better the reward to risk ratio, really. As I said before, we've got two support areas here. They can both be relevant. I predominantly focused here on the micro support area between 32,480 and 33,000, $500 basically. But even if we go a little lower, that wouldn't be a disaster. Overall, I will only turn really bearish on Bitcoin below 29,550. And that would indicate we will most likely drop back into the range there around 22 to 24K. But we will, there's no sign of Bitcoin doing that right now. Bitcoin is consolidating. We can't even go deep in support. Yeah, it can't even follow through on a clear C wave to the downside. Yesterday, Bitcoin started that potential ending diagonal. If you watch the previous videos, you will know that. But again, the bulls are still there. The bulls are pushing. So that B wave turned up today. And we're still respecting that trend line that I showed you as well. So that never broke. I mean, that really needs to break to confirm that C wave has started, okay? Now, what would be a target for a C wave? What we can do, we take the length of the A wave. We go to the high of the B wave. And then there are two main levels I'm going to watch. The first one is the 100% extension level at $33,407. And the second one is the 1.618 extension, 32,245. Would take it briefly or slightly below the 38.2 retracement level if we get to that level, but it wouldn't need to be a sustained break. So that's okay. That's not an invalidation level or anything. It just shows you the fib level. It's just a pivot point. But yeah, we have to overlay here the fib extensions, which is slightly offset, but still sort of broadly correlate with those Fibonacci retracement areas. There is another way of looking at it. Let me actually leave them on the chart. Dashed line. So and then we will take that out. Might want to leave that in. Yeah, so this would be one range, okay? And then we can also take the length of the wave W. We go to the high of the X wave, and that gives you just other levels to watch here. So these are just all levels to watch that I would just like to keep really on the... One second, let me just make sure. So these are just different levels to watch, right? Even here, I would leave the 1-to-1 ratio on the chart, and I might change the color just to gray, so just to show they are different ones, and then got it. So yeah, basically starting, so these are all levels to watch. There's plenty of support. These are all the FIB extensions that might be relevant. The 1-to-1 ratios and the 1.618 extension levels, the most relevant ones, especially down here, we seem to have a cluster of support around 32,500 basically. There is not much more to add. I'm still watching for lower because we only have a 3-wave move up. That doesn't mean it couldn't go higher, but it would just need to prove it. The focus is on higher. We want to see one more high. The question is only, okay, do we need to go lower? At the moment, it looks like it, but we'll see. I mean, the bulls are very strong here. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.